I'm making a very short video, I hope. But I felt that it had gone on long enough that I should address the people that have been haranguing me, for lack of a better word. Man, I look old and tired right now, but that's okay. I've been getting so many people basically bashing me. They have been bashing me for a lot of things, but mainly this time it's been for making that fundraiser on my wall. And I wanted to quickly talk about that for a minute. And you know what? At this point, I'm probably going to end up taking it down. I appreciate the help that I did get more than you'll ever know. And, people say I've got no right to make one because number one, I've made one before. I've made them before. And number two, somebody told me that others need help more than I do. Well, I dare say we could say that about all those people who post the fundraiser. Thank you very, very much. And I had a hard time. I got really angry at first because it's a hard thing to deal with, to have people constantly saying nasty things. And yeah, I just need a thicker skin because sometimes I let it bounce off me. I could care less what you think. And that's kind of the mood I'm in now. But I'm also very sad. I'm sad for the people who are doing this because, you couldn't be more wrong about the things you're saying. And I just feel bad when one day you find out you were wrong. That's all. So I mean, they can go ahead with their wagging fingers and their lion's mouth, speaking evil things and using me as a gossip point, pretty much. I mean, it's bullcrap, but I forgive you. You know not what you do, so I have to forgive you, just like I need forgiveness. Anyways, on to the situation. For the reason for it in the first place, I have been kicked out so many times when I was younger, and a lot of times it was just me leaving because it was better, it was safer for me. I'm sorry, my brain is not working correctly at the moment. When I was a lot younger, I was offered a safe place to go. Ended up being sexually assaulted for many years. But as far as my mom, it's really bad right now. She's on hospice, and she's here, but she's on hospice, and they've given her like a time frame. The doctors at least think that she's got like 6 months. I never got along with her as far as seeing eye to eye. And I somehow allowed her voice to get stuck in my head, and no matter what choice I went to make, I could hear those condemning thoughts coming to me. And I kind of feel bad in a way because, I could have tried harder. I tried with all my might to have a relationship with her. It didn't work. And sorry, anyway, this is probably the most scatterbrained video I've ever made, but anyway, it's really shaking me up what they said, because I've already been through this once. I had to take the phone call from the doctor that said, if you want to see your mother alive again, you better get up here. I had to drive there knowing that, they said she had a day or two to live. Well, she came back from that a little bit, and she was better-ish. I mean, she was walking this short distances with her walker. She had more life. She was cracking jokes. We played categories. And she's just been getting worse since she's been here. And I truly believe this place is like not good for people like her and me that have respiratory issues, especially. It's moldy. There's mold in the walls and in the floors and probably the ceilings, I'm sure. Um, There's this kerosene smell that lingers over everything. Nobody knows why. It's been that way since we moved in here, but there's a kerosene smell that sticks to your hair and your clothes. I remember when I lived in Michigan, my mom sent me a box with my things, and I opened it, and it smelled just like this house, the kerosene. There's sewer and noxious smells that get blasted up by this one vent. In the wintertime, you have to use this heater that, like I said, there's vents in the floor, so that sprays up God knows what. I'm sure I could research it, and, I guess I'm just saying that I'm watching her get worse from being here, and how am I supposed to sit back and do nothing? So if you want to make fun of me and scoff at me and call me names for making a fundraiser to try to help us, to try to help her, to save her life, mine is, I guess it's all in God's hands, really, but I just am trying to help her, and I would appreciate it if the comments could stop. That would be really great. And I just realized I didn't have the headphone in, so I hope that I can actually be heard here. But I'm going to go. I'm asking you to stop being mean. Be human. Have compassion. I don't care whether you give to my fundraiser. I'm talking about just being human. If you don't like what I'm doing or things I'm saying, then don't comment. Do you have this enough self-control to just let it go and leave me alone? Because that would honestly be great. All right, so I hope you guys have a great night. It's really hot in here, and it's just not a good situation for people with respiratory illness. And I don't know how to sit back and watch her die thinking that I could have done something. That's my point. All right, thank you for listening. I hope you have a wonderful night. I speak God's peace over everybody watching this, and I pray you feel it, because his love is awesome. And even, I speak healing balm of Gilead to the places in you that are out of alignment, someone's hip joint. I speak that hip joint or bone. I'm sorry. I'm not sorry, but I speak life to you, to all flesh, to all flesh. I speak shalom, peace. This is going to sound funny, but somebody's nose is not doing it. So there's something wrong with your nose. I don't know if it got broken. There's also a headache, like almost a head fracture I'm seeing. There's a lot of people that need help, and I'm not saying I'm the only one. I just know what I know, and I speak healing to you now in Jesus' name. The fire of God will come to you. Just accept his love. It's beautiful, and it's warm, and it wraps you up like the softest blanket you've ever seen, and there's no point in being mad at God. I had to learn that the hard way. The super hard way. I love you guys. Mwah. Have a great night.